So this call center that I'm working at, do they ever not have their shit together? Okay, so on Monday we were supposed to start what we call integration, which is our 6 days on the phone at $9 an hour with a partner. After which we will be alone and we'll be paid $11 an hour. It's now day 3, and yesterday I took 2 calls, and today I took 3 to 5. Can't exactly remember. Here's why. Monday, they didn't have there was a problem with our ID, our login IDs. They weren't working right in the call queue, or they were locked out or something. They didn't really say. So Monday we basically dicked around all day. Yesterday, they still weren't working. And I mean, on Monday they were all saying like, oh, you know, maybe this afternoon they'll be working, and then at the end of Monday probably by tomorrow we'll have them working. And then Tuesday came and they still aren't working, which is yesterday. So yesterday they decided to move up this workshop we were supposed to have, so we had that in the morning. And then in the afternoon we paired up with people that were already on the floor, and we took every other call under their ID. We only did that for an hour and a half, though, because by the time they got everybody all lined up with somebody and we got all out onto the floor, we wheeled our chairs down and all that, we ended up each only taking a few calls in the hour and a half time. And in that hour and a half yesterday, they had a technical problem whereby the system, the phone, the soft phone, system that we use is called Starphone, and Starphone wasn't letting us transfer calls out. So basically, couldn't transfer anybody to any other department. And we had that issue again today, and also for a point there before that, or was it after that? It was after that. Starphone logged everybody out completely and nobody could get back in at all. But then they fixed that. It took about 20 minutes. And they fixed that, and then one of the computer applications, ICM, which is what we use to open everyone's account, wasn't working on some people's computers. On some it was, on mine it was. But on some people's it wasn't. So those people had to answer calls and basically tell the customer, sorry, you're SOL, I can't help you, you'll have to call back. Because I think at that point we still weren't even able to dial out, so we couldn't call. I mean, I guess you couldn't really get somebody next to you to call the customer back anyways, but that would be kind of harsh. But yeah, so it was pretty much mayhem when everybody got kicked out of the phone, and then the guy that I was buddy jacking with, he told me that for the first couple of weeks that he was there, they were basically not like receiving any calls at all, and it wasn't because the call volume was dead, it was just the phones weren't working right, so everyone was just sitting there waiting for calls and they weren't getting any. And then the supervisors would go around and like make sure that they weren't reading books or playing cards or whatever, and if they were, they would take them away. Like, what are you supposed to do? Sit there for 8 hours and wait for a call that's not coming? You know? God, it's just like high school. Like today, when everyone was all, I mean, when the phones kick you out and you can't get back in, everyone was talking. And it's not like there were customers on the phone that could hear the noise in the background. There wasn't anyone on the phone. So people were getting up and going, you know, to see their friends and stuff while the tech people fixed the problem or what have you. And the supervisors were all like, everybody go back to your seats. This isn't time to socialize. Like fucking high school. BS. Anyways. So, I think it's really amusing. I mean, I don't care. I get paid either way, but I don't think it speaks well for them that, like, here I am supposed to be on the phones already, day 3, and I'm not, because they couldn't get my ID to work. And then when I do get on the phones, this is what I have to look forward to: the system crashing all the time, the phone not working properly. So yeah, it's really rickety. I mean, the call center is really new. It's only a few months old. I would say 6 at the most. But it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, you know? I'm not mad about it. I think it's funny. I think they should really get their shit together before they do any more mass hiring, which is what they're doing right now, which is basically the reason that I got hired, because they're hiring anything with like 2 brain cells to bump together that walks through the door. They didn't check my references. They hired me right on the spot, and a lot of people in my training class reported the same. So yeah, I think that's pretty funny. What I have to look forward to at work. It's not the most frustrating thing is not going to be the customers, it seems like, but basically dealing with the incompetence of the equipment and the complete lack of synchronization between departments. So yeah, thumbs up, Metallica.